Fantastic matches so far. We get ready for our third. At 141, as the Huskies lead the team score 6-0. 141. It's Nick Blackburn, Central Michigan, the sophomore, taking on Charles Curtis. Deuce Curtis, the redshirt freshman for NIU.
Yeah, two exciting wrestlers here. Deuce Curtis has got a lot of energy, a lot of spunk, great scrambler. Both two young guys here. Curtis, the redshirt freshman, second-year guy. Nick Blackburn, true sophomore, also the second-year guy. So I'll be curious to see how this goes.
You see Nick Blackburn, it was Deuce Curtis getting the win over Nick Blackburn just a week ago. It was a 4-1 decision. But again, Blackburn, a little bit of revenge on his mind here tonight, 141.
Absolutely. As we've seen already, Andy, a lot can happen in a week. So looking forward to this one. Blackburn also has some experience wrestling at 49 as well. So potentially a little bit of a size advantage here. In experience, at least.
Deuce Curtis of NIU, 8-10 overall, 5-4 in duels. Nick Blackburn of Central Michigan, 7-10 overall, 3-6 in duels.
Yeah, a little bit of hand fighting from both guys, trying to feel each other out here. Trying to figure out what's the strategy that each guy's doing. You know, how can I attack him? Even though that they just wrestled each other last week, Andy, you never know if somebody's going to change up their strategy or what they're trying to attack. So I think these guys are just kind of feeling each other out, seeing what's working. There he goes, first shot. Really nice by Deuce Curtis, in deep on that single leg. First shot of the day. Trying to limp arm out of there. You see him hook that leg, very well done, able to secure that takedown.
An impressive 3 points for Deuce Curtis to start out for NIU.
A little flair there out of Deuce Curtis to start.
Deuce Curtis, a multi-sport athlete in high school. He's really had a tough schedule so far. He's taken on some really good opponents so far. Again, just that redshirt freshman mentality, just trying to find your way through some of these matches. And you can see he's gaining confidence moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, you know, that doesn't look as good on your record, but that experience that you're gaining is so great, and it's going to help you when you go into matches like this, dual meets, and as you go throughout your year, you're just going to keep getting better and better once you've wrestled with those top dogs.
Nick Blackburn, the sophomore from Mentor, Ohio. He was second at the Michigan State Open, fourth at the Keystone Classic back in November.
There's a shot effort. Both of these guys, as I mentioned, second-year guys, seem to be a little bit hesitant about getting some offense going. There's a good shot in deep by Nick Blackburn. Deuce Curtis trying his best to defend it. A good lift and return, and there he's able to secure the ankles and get the takedown there, Andy. Well done by Nick Blackburn as we get a reset here. Restart back in the center of the mat. Curtis will go down.
You see the replay.
Here's the replay here. A good lift. Deuce trying to fend him off here. You see him using that leg, but once he secures that second ankle, it's all over. You can give him the takedown, and obviously we're going to restart here in the center now too.
Blackburn with the 4-3 lead as we finish off this first period at 141. Huskies lead the overall team score right now, 6-0.
Good use of the legs by Curtis there. Once you get to your feet there, Andy, you're not allowed to, if you're the defender, Nick Blackburn there, you're not allowed to lock up and hold him there. You got to make an effort to return him back down to the mat. So Deuce Curtis kind of stalling him out there and able to just, you know, get the escape. Let Nick Curtis is like, hey, I'm just going to let you go. I don't want to take this stalling call here.
Second period, 4 apiece.
Curtis electing to go down here in this period.
What have you seen so far here at 141?
Yeah, it's been an exciting match. A couple good shots. It started off a little slow, right? Both wrestlers trying to feel each other out. But once it got going, we've had a couple good shots and good finishes too, which we really haven't seen too much of so far. It's been a lot of scrambling, right? A lot of chaos. But we've had a couple good shots and a couple good finishes. So
you saw the escape point for Deuce Curtis. NIU has the 1 point lead. Not much on riding time yet.
No, Deuce is doing a very good job of maintaining hand control when he's on bottom, and that allows that while he stands up, he's able to get out pretty easy. Still both sizing each other up a little bit here. You can kind of tell that Nick Blackburn wants to push the issue, wants to get tied up here, and Deuce Curtis a little bit more comfortable from distance. You see him in on that shot deep earlier from distance. Just two different styles of wrestling. Both wrestlers trying to control the match here and implement their style out on the mat right now.
Final 30 seconds, second period. Charles Deuce Curtis, the lead for NIU.
Good defense by Nick Blackburn. They're able to get his hand on his head as Curtis is trying to work that Russian tie there.
Final seconds. And Deuce Curtis will take a 1-point lead to the third and final period here at 1:41. Again, it was Curtis getting a 4-1 decision last Friday versus Blackburn. Blackburn trying to change that here in DeKalb.
Yeah, Blackburn electing to go down here. Obviously, an escape would make it a tie match. You see him get to his feet right away, and there it is. And it's going to come down to who can take who down here in the last period. When you're tired, when you're hurting. Really nice shot in deep there by Blackburn. Curtis doing a good job defending, though. Able to get his hips back, use that whizzer, stuff the head. Good technique, but Blackburn is really fighting to get that leg up. He's in a really good position here. See if he tries to work for a trip or maybe a dump. Really good defense there, able to really get out of that by Deuce Curtis, and Nick Blackburn really had him dead to rights there. But a good job of getting out of that situation, and just trying to circle there to avoid a stalling call, but able to get that restart in the center of the mat.
It comes down to the final minute here at 1:41. Blackburn looking for revenge. Curtis trying to get his 9th win of the season. Seems like Blackburn really is more on the offensive look right here.
I completely agree. I would really like to see Deuce Curtis take a little bit more initiative offensively. He has taken one shot that I can remember in this match, and it was a fantastic shot. He was in deep. He was able to finish. You got to take your shots.
Final 23 seconds. There is no point for writing time. We're not even close. We're tied at 5.
A lot of hand fighting. Again, not a ton of offense. And I keep mentioning that these guys are young guys here, and I do that because a lot of times young wrestlers or young athletes in general are afraid to make a mistake, right? And that's what we're seeing here by a little bit of both wrestlers, more on the Deuce side, but go out there and take your shots. Work your offense, right? Try to get something done, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but maybe next week you get a little bit better, and now you start taking guys down left and right.
We go to overtime.
Here we go.
How about the night so far of wrestling? It's our third bout. It's been good so far, and we go to overtime here at 1:41.
This is exciting. This is what you watch wrestling for. 2 great matches to start. We get to overtime. 2 minutes of mental toughness right here. There's a shot. In deep on the double, switches off to the double. He's got to get that ankle free or get around behind him.
Well,
and it's coming right now. There it is. There it is.
That's a takedown for Deuce Curtis in overtime at 1:41 for NIU. Big time move for Deuce Curtis in overtime. He gets the win over Nick Blackburn of Central Michigan. How about so far the action in our first 3 matches? Overtime win for Deuce Curtis of NIU at 1:41. We'll go to 1:49. Can we keep up this pace all night? We'll find out. Stay with us. NIU, Central Michigan, neck wrestling.